Welcome everyone in lecture number 3 of unit 4, and in this lecture we will study decision properties of context free languages. In last lecture we have studied closure properties of context free languages. In this lecture we will study decision properties. For a given problem, if you can definitely answer it in yes or no, then it is decidable. Otherwise, problem is undecidable. Undecidable means that is unsolvable. So there are three main properties with reference to decision property, and we have already studied them for regular languages also. First one is emptiness. Problem is that for a given CFG, say G is L of G equal to empty. So you have to check whether a grammar generating something or it is generating nothing. Can you give the answer for it? Yes, you can give the answer, because if by removing useless productions, if starting production S is useless, then L of G is empty. For example, say grammar G is S tends to AB, A tends to A slash A. Suppose this is a grammar. Can you generate something from it? S tends to AB means it need A and then it need B. A is given, B is not given. So you cannot generate anything from this grammar, because S tends to AB is useless and you cannot derive anything from it. So L of G is empty. Suppose S tends to AB slash A tends to A slash A. In this case, S tends to AB is useless, but S tends to A is not useless. You, after removing useless production, you will get S tends to A, and by getting S tends to A, you are sure A can be derived from this grammar. So L of G is not empty. So you have answer in yes or in no, particularly for a given problem. So emptiness is decidable. Another one is finiteness. For a given grammar, given CFG, G is language of that grammar finite, or infinite. Can you answer this for a given grammar? Suppose S tends to AB and A tends to A/B and B tends to B. By looking this grammar, you can see there is no loop. Nothing is repeating again and again. A has only two values, either A or B, and B has only one value, B. So when you will drive the language, will be A followed by B, AB, or if you put B at the place of A, you will get BB. It is finite. Suppose you have another grammar, say A tends to AB and A tends to AA/A and B tends to B. In this case, if you will look carefully at A tends to AA/A, so AA is used to repeat A any number of time. It is just like a loop. From A given a small a, you are moving to A again. You are repeating small a any number of time here. So it is not finite. Language is non-finite or infinite. So you can answer by looking at the grammar whether it is finite or it is non-finite. You can definitely answer in yes or no. If someone asks is LG finite, in this case you can say yes. In this case you can say no. You have clear answer for it. And third one, that is also important, that is membership. For a given CFG, say G is a string, say W, belong to language derived from grammar. So for a grammar there is a language and you have to check whether a string belong to that particular language of the grammar, or you can say whether a string W is derived from this grammar. Yes, you can check using the productions given. You can check it by derivation of that particular string. If it can be derived from the grammar, then it belongs to the language. If it cannot derive from the grammar, it does not belong to the language. And there is a well-defined procedure, there is a algorithm that is known as CYK algorithm, that is used to check whether a string belongs to CFG or not. And we will study it later if we get some time after unit 5. Otherwise it is not so important for the examination point of view. We will see it later, but definitely you can give the answer for membership, finiteness and emptiness. You can give the answer in yes and no, and these are decidable. Now look at some problems that are undecidable. And undecidable problem number 1, and it is important to analyze. For given CFG G is G ambiguous, and you know that a grammar is ambiguous if a string belong to the grammar can be derived by multiple ways and having different parse tree or having different derivation tree. You can say grammar is ambiguous in yes if a word can be derived by having more than one derivation tree. But can you say no, a grammar is not ambiguous? You can say surely no, because one string is one string is sufficient to say grammar is ambiguous, but to say unambiguous you have to check all string. If G is infinite, if L of G is infinite, then you need to check all strings of language. Suppose you checked one string, and for that string there is no different parse tree, no two different parse tree. Then you check another string, and it for that string also grammar is not ambiguous, and you check third string, then you check fourth string. Can you check infinite string? Because for a one string grammar can be ambiguous, then for unambiguous you have to check all strings, and you cannot check all strings of a infinite language. So you cannot answer no. You cannot answer that no, grammar is not ambiguous. You can say ambiguous by checking single string, but you cannot say unambiguous because you have to check all string. So some CFG may be unambiguous. If grammar is regular grammar, you can say it is unambiguous. If it is written in left linear and it is derived from DFA by deterministic FA, then you can say. But in general, for any grammar, for any CFG, you cannot say, and it is undecidable problem. Similarly, there are also many problems such as what I can say, for given CFG G1 and G2, L of G1 is equal to L of G2. It is also undecidable because you have to check the strings that can be derived from it and it also. And you can check one string that is derived here, it is also derived here. You have to check second string, it is derived here, it is derived here. You have to check third string that can be derived from this grammar and this grammar. You have to check fourth string, and you have to check all strings, and you cannot check all strings. Similarly, for giving grammar G1 and G2 is LG1 intersection LG2 is empty. This is also undecidable because you have to check all strings in this case, and for infinite language you cannot check all strings. This is okay for the decision properties, and if you get a question on decision properties, you have to write these three properties only. These are the decidable. And in case of regular languages, similar properties are used here, and these three are always important and you need to mention them. Thanks for attending the lecture.